Hello everyone, this is Srinivas. Welcome to SV Chemistry Academy. So in the previous class we have discussed hybridization part 1, hybridization part 2. Today I am going to discuss hybridization part 3. So in the previous class, in hybridization part 1, we completed definition of hybridization, types of hybridization and some examples of hybridizations. They are completed in part 1. And in part 2, remaining types of hybridizations are also completed by taking each one example. Then today I am going to discuss tricky points about the hybridization. When we see the molecule in the question paper, easily we will get the hybridization of the molecule given in the question. Right? Let me discuss that. So first of all, I would like to discuss VS-EPR theory. VS-EPR theory. So what is this VS-EPR theory? What is the relation between hybridization part and this VS-EPR theory? So hybridization will give us a geometry of the molecule only. Sometimes some molecules having same hybridization but not having same shape. So that explained by this VS-EPR theory. First of all, here VS-EPR means valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. Once again, VS-EPR means valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. So this valence shell electron pair repulsion theory explain the shape of the molecule dependent on lone pairs over the atoms present in the molecule. And here, why the molecules not having same shape with the geometry? Sometimes may equal, sometimes may not be equal. What is the reason? Let me explain. Here, according to valence shell electron pair repulsion theory, some repulsion will be generated between the electrons over the atoms, bond pairs, lone pairs, lone pairs, lone pairs and bond pair, bond pair. So these three types of repulsions are there. Then what is the strength of repulsions? Here, first lone pair, LP means what here? Lone pair and lone pair repulsion. This was greater repulsion when comparatively lone pair, bond pair repulsion. This lone pair, bond pair repulsion is greater repulsion than bond pair repulsion. So due to repulsions between lone pair, lone pair, lone pair, bond pair, bond pair, shape will be differed than this geometry of the molecule. Right? Then here, by taking some examples, I will explain the repulsions which cause to differ shape and geometry. So here, for example, if you see CH4 molecule, number 1, CH4 molecule. Here, number 2, NH3 molecule. Number 3, H2O molecule. So here, in all these, first we need to find out the central atom. As I told in the previous class, central atom should form more number of bonds, surrounding atom should form less number of bonds when compared to the central atom. Coming to CH4 molecule, in these two types of atoms are there. One is carbon, another one is hydrogen. Among these two, carbon forms 4 bonds, hydrogen forms a single bond. So here carbon which forms more bonds comparatively hydrogen, that is only central atom. So here central atom carbon, so its group number is group number is 14th. 14th group has how many valence electrons? Then here valence electrons equal to 4. Those valence electrons we can arrange like this. Here 1, 2, 3 and 4. So these are the 4 valence electrons are there in carbon. Then after coming to surrounding atoms. Hydrogen is the surrounding atom. That can forms one bond. It means that bond forms with the valence electron of carbon. Therefore, this one electron used to first hydrogen, second electron, second hydrogen, third electron, third hydrogen, fourth electron, fourth hydrogen. After arranging like this, we can calculate the hydrogens 1, 2, 3 and 4. So these are the 4 hybrid orbitals. HO means what here? Hybrid orbitals. So by taking these 4 hybrid orbitals, we can get the hybridization like sp3. And here is there any lone pair here? No. So that lone pairs 0. Right? Then coming to NH3. So what is the central atom in NH3? Nitrogen forms 3 bonds with respect to this molecule. If you see, nitrogen forms 3 bonds, hydrogen forms 1 bond. In this, nitrogen forms 3 bonds means that is only considered as central atom. Therefore, here central atom is nitrogen. Then group number is 15. Nitrogen group number is the 15th group, and here valence electrons of nitrogen 5. So those 5 valence electrons we can write like this: 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. After that, surrounding atoms. In NH3 also, like CH4, hydrogens only considered as surrounding atoms. Hydrogen can form how many bonds? 1 bond. Therefore, here this first electron of nitrogen we can arrange to first hydrogen, second electron of nitrogen, second hydrogen, third electron of nitrogen we can arrange to third hydrogen. Then surrounding atoms over. Then remaining 2 electrons are there over nitrogen. So those 2 electrons are considered as one hybrid orbital. Therefore, here if we take the number, here 1, 2, 3, include this one pair 4. So here also we got 4 hybrid orbitals. So by these 4 hybrid orbitals, we can get the hybridization is sp3 again, but here one lone pair is there over nitrogen central atom. That we can write like this here, one lone pair, right? Then coming to H2O molecule. In these 2 atoms are there, hydrogen and oxygen. So here hydrogen forms 1 bond, oxygen forms 2 bonds. Which forms more bonds? That is only considered as central atom. So oxygen is a central atom. So here central atom is oxygen. Its group number of oxygen is 16th group, and valence electrons of oxygen 6. Right? Then those 6 valence electrons we can write here like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. After that, these valence electrons we can arrange to surrounding atoms. In the molecule H2O, surrounding atom hydrogen, then each hydrogen can form 1 bond with valence electron of oxygen. Like that we can arrange the hydrogens. So here 1 hydrogen, second hydrogen. Rest of 4 electrons arranged as 2 pairs, right? So this is 1 pair of set, this is the second pair of set. So if we take hybrid orbitals like 1, 2, 3 and 4, here 4 hybrid orbitals we got again. By using these 4 hybrid orbitals, also we can get sp3 hybridization. But here how many lone pairs are there over central atom? 2 lone pairs. Okay, then. So why we consider here lone pairs? Why we calculated here lone pairs? According to valence shell electron pair repulsion theory, some repulsions will be generated between lone pair, lone pair, lone pair, bond pair and bond pair, bond pair. Those cause to different shape comparatively geometry. And all these molecules CH4, NH3 and H2O having same type of hybridization. Okay, therefore geometry there is no difference. There is no change of geometry with respect to lone pairs over central atom. There is no influence of geometry, but shape will be differed. It means geometry of the molecule independent on lone pairs over central atom. Shape of the molecule dependent on lone pairs over central atom. That was explained by this valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. So here shape and geometry. No doubt at all these having same geometry. Geometry is what? Shape is what? Here geometry of the molecule CH4, sp3 hybridization. Then no doubt at all sp3 hybridization geometry is constant and that is a tetrahedral. Therefore geometry is tetrahedral. TD means a tetrahedral. And shape of the molecule, here lone pairs how many are there over central atom? 4 valence electrons are there over central atom. Those 4 valence electrons are used to bond formation. There is no lone pairs over central atom. Here 0 we got already. So 0 lone pair means when the molecule having 0 lone pair over central atom, that having same geometry shape. Shape and geometry identical, so that here also tetrahedral, that's it. Right? Then coming to NH3 second molecule, which also having sp3 hybridization, but over central atom nitrogen in NH3, one lone pair is there that cause to different shape. Right? Then here, no doubt at all geometry there is no change. That is sp3 hybridization means a tetrahedral. Right? Then shape is differed. This shape is trigonal pyramidal. TPY means what here? Trigonal pyramidal. Then coming to H2O molecule. So this molecule also same hybridization sp3. It means geometry of the molecule is tetrahedral and shape of the molecule is what? That shape of the molecule dependent on what here? Lone pairs over central atom. Right? Okay. Over this oxygen which acts as central atom having 2 lone pairs, then shape of the molecule is bent. Bent or V shape, okay, or angular. All these are identical, right? So here by these 3 examples, what we know naturally, geometry of the molecule was independent on lone pairs over central atom, but shape of the molecule dependent on lone pairs over central atom. So here CH4, NH3, H2O, all these having same type of hybridization, but in CH4 lone pairs over central atom 0, that's why geometry and shape both are identical, tetrahedral. But in the NH3 molecule, over nitrogen one lone pair is there, therefore geometry tetrahedral, but shape will be trigonal pyramidal. And coming to H2O molecule, here sp3 hybridization, but 2 lone pairs over central atom, then geometry tetrahedral, but shape will be bent or V shape or angular. So this is an explanation about shape of the molecule which is dependent on lone pairs over central atom by taking this theory, that is the valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. And here coming to CH4, Among lone pair, lone pair, lone pair, bond pair, bond pair, bond pair, which types of repulsions are there? In NH3, which type of repulsion is there? In H2O, which type of repulsions are there? Let me discuss by taking the structure exactly or shape of these molecules exactly. Right? So, if you see, this is CH4 molecule. In this, there is no lone pairs over central atom, but bond pair repulsion is there. Between CH bond is there. That bond constructed by 2 electrons. That's why we can call it as a bond pair. So that bond pair repulsion is only there. Therefore, here bond angle is tetrahedral bond angle, that is 109 degrees 28 minutes. Right? Then coming to NH3 molecule. Due to one lone pair over central atom, shape of the molecule is trigonal pyramidal, but geometry same tetrahedral. So in this, how many types of repulsions are there? Bond pair repulsion, lone pair bond pair repulsion. Like this, 2 types of repulsions are there. Lone pair bond pair repulsions that cause to bond angle different. Here actually tetrahedral bond angle is what? 109 degrees 28 minutes. But here shape of the molecule differed here, that is trigonal pyramidal, so that bond angle difference, that is here bond angle is 107 degrees. This is the bond angle present in NH3 molecule, right? Then coming to H2O molecule. Here 2 lone pairs over central atom cause to shape of the molecule bent. And here lone pair repulsion, lone pair bond pair repulsion, bond pair repulsions. 3 types of repulsions are there in the molecule. Lone pair, lone pair bond pair repulsions that cause to bond angle decrease again. So here the bond angle in H2O molecule is 104.5 degrees. So what happened here? Bond angle decrease left to right. Left to right means CH4 to H2O. Then here only low bond pair repulsions are there. Here lone pair bond pair repulsions, bond pair repulsions. Here lone pair bond pair, and bond pair repulsions. So these repulsions cause to change the bond angle in the molecule. And here, as increasing the lone pairs over central atom, simply remember, as increasing the lone pairs over central atom, bond angle will be decreases. That's it. It means lone pair over central atom. Lone pair over central atom. Central atom is inversely proportional to bond angle. Is it clear? So that is the relation between lone pair over central atom and bond angle. If you see these 3 molecules, we will get the clarity, the relation between lone pairs over central atom and bond angle. Here bond pair only 109 degrees 28 minutes. Here lone pair over central atom 107 degrees. Here lone pair over central atom 2 104.5 degrees. Here as increasing the lone pairs over central atom, then bond angle will be decreases. Right? So this is explained by valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. So after this I would like to give one code to get easily the hybridization and shape of the molecule with respect to lone pairs over central atom with respect to valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. sp hybridization, take 2 lines. sp2 hybridization, take 3 lines. sp3 hybridization, take 4 lines. Coming to sp hybridization, take 2 lines. sp2 hybridization, take 3 lines. sp3 hybridization, take 4 lines. Later I will give this. Like that we can take this sp3d1. For this we should take 4 lines, like sp3, right? Then sp3d2 hybridization, if you see, take 3 lines like sp2, okay? Then sp3d3 hybridization, take 2 lines like sp. Remember, like 2 3 4 4 3 2, sp2 sp3 sp3d sp3d2 and sp3d3. Then here remember as L. Here also remember as T B L. Here T B L. Here T S T L. Here OS O S S. Here P D, like that, remember. So these are the codes explain the shape of the molecule as well geometry of the molecule with respect to hybridization and lone pairs over central atom with respect to valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. Okay, then here what is this L? L stands for what? Let me give that also. Here L stands for linear. Here also L stands for linear. Then T, trigonal, planar. Okay, this is bent. This is again linear. This is tetrahedral. Okay, then this is trigonal pyramidal. This is bent again. This is linear again. Right? Then coming to sp3d hybridization. Here TSTL. T stands for trigonal bipyramidal, right? Then S stands for seesaw. This is what here? Seesaw. Okay, then D. T stands for T shape and L stands for again linear. Coming to sp3d2 hybridization, remember as OS. OS means OSS. First O. O stands for octahedral. Right? Then S stands for, first S stands for square pyramidal. And next S stands for square planar. Right? Then coming to sp3d3 hybridization. Here PD. This P stands for pentagonal bipyramidal. Okay. Then coming to D. This D means distorted octahedral. So these are the abbreviations of all these codes, right? Then coming to sp hybridization, LEL, linear, sp2 hybridization, TBL, trigonal planar, bent, linear, sp3 hybridization, TTBL, tetrahedral, trigonal pyramidal, bent and linear. Then sp3d hybridization, TSTL, and here trigonal bipyramidal, seesaw, T shape and linear. sp3d2 hybridization, OSS, octahedral, square pyramidal, square planar. And coming to sp3d3 hybridization, PD, pentagonal bipyramidal, distorted, octahedral. So here lone pairs are so important. Those lone pairs only decide the shape of the molecule but not geometry, remember, right? Then coming to here, sp hybridization, 0 lone pair, linear, 1 lone pair also linear. sp2 hybridization, 0 lone pair, trigonal planar, 1 lone pair, bent, 2 lone pair, linear. sp3d hybridization, sp3 hybridization, T, 0 lone pair, tetrahedral, 1 lone pair, trigonal pyramidal, 2 lone pair, bent, here 3 lone pair, linear. Then coming to sp3d hybridization, here 0 lone pair, trigonal bipyramidal, 1 lone pair, seesaw, 2 lone pair, T-shape, 3 lone pair, linear. Coming to sp3d2 hybridization, 0 lone pair, octahedral, 1 lone pair, square pyramidal, 2 lone pair, square planar. And sp3d3 hybridization, here 0 lone pair, pentagonal bipyramidal, 1 lone pair, distorted, octahedral. So these are the codes with respect to hybridization and lone pairs over central atom. And whatever it is, remember simply, lone pairs over central atom decided the shape of the molecule, not geometry. That decided by what? Hybridization. So here I will give one tricky point also here. What is that? Right mark. Right mark. All these right marks explain geometry and shape of the molecule identical. Because of what? Lone pairs over central atom 0. Coming to first one, sp hybridization, lone pair over central atom 0 means geometry and shape linear. sp2 hybridization, lone pairs over central atom 0 means trigonal planar, geometry as well as shape of the molecule also. Then coming to sp3 hybridization, 0 lone pair over central atom hybridization, here sp3, so that tetrahedral, that is the geometry and shape. Coming to sp3d hybridization, here 0 lone pair over central atom, shape and geometry of the molecule is trigonal bipyramidal. Then coming to sp3d2 hybridization, 0 lone pair over central atom, octahedral is the geometry as well as shape of the molecule. Then sp3d3 hybridization, if lone pair over central atom equal to 0, noted at all geometry and shape of the molecule will be pentagonal bipyramidal. So this is the right mark explaining lone pair over central atom 0 cause to geometry and shape of the molecule identical, right? Examples, if you see, example. So here H2SO4, hybridization of the molecule H2SO4. So first of all, central atom we need to identify first. In H2SO4 molecule, 3 types of atoms are there: hydrogen, oxygen, sulfur. Among these 3, which considered as central atom, that we need to gather first. Hydrogen forms 1 bond, sulfur forms 6 bonds, oxygen forms 2 bonds. As I told, which forms more bonds, that only considered as central atom. So that central atom is what here? Sulfur. After that, central atom sulfur, central atom sulfur, group number of sulfur atom is 16th group. Then valence electrons of sulfur equal to 6. 6 valence electrons are there. Those 6 valence electrons we can arrange like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. After that, surrounding atoms we should arrange around the sulfur by taking these electrons which present in sulfur valence shell. So here H2SO4 is oxo acid of sulfur. H2SO4 is one of oxo acid of sulfur. Oxo acid means what? Acid means a proton donor. According to Brownstein-Lowry acid base theory, acid means proton donor. But that proton donated by OH group present in the molecule is only called as oxo acid. The molecule which donates a proton from OH group is called as oxo acid. So here H2SO4, two hydrogens are there. OH group we need to gather first. By combination of one oxygen and one hydrogen, we can get the hydroxy OH group that can donate hydrogen. That's why that is considered as oxo acid. So that we can write here surrounding atoms like one OH, second OH, among two hydrogens, four oxygens, two OH groups we gathered. Remaining two oxygens are there. And one more important point, what is the covalency of oxygen? That can form two bonds, no? So that here these two electrons of sulfur we can arrange to one oxygen. Two bonds means two electrons, three bonds means three electrons, like that we can arrange. Next two electrons we can arrange for next oxygen. By this all surrounding atoms completed around the sulfur. After that we can gather the number here like hybrid orbitals 1, 2, 3, 4. Therefore number of hybrid orbitals 4. By this we can get the hybridization type, that is sp3 hybridization. Is there any lone pair over central atom? No. 6 valence electrons are there. Those 6 valence electrons are participated in the bond formation. It is impossible to lone pairs over central atom. So that lone pair over central atom. As I told, we should recall the code. Here sp3 we got, and lone pairs over central atom also we got. sp3 we got means we should recall once its code. What is the code of sp3 hybridization? TTBL. TTBL. So here TTBL. TTBL means what here? 0 lone pair over central atom, tetrahedral, 1 lone pair, trigonal, pyramidal, 2 lone pair, bent, 3 lone pair, L. Like that we should recall. So here sp3 hybridization 0 lone pair over central atom. It means what here? Geometry and shape both are identical. That is tetrahedral. That's it. Over. Easily we got this hybridization. Easily we got the lone pair over central atom. Easily we got the geometry and shape of the molecule. But we should recall once its code. That's it. Isn't it? Then coming to next example. Okay. Then here HNO3 if you see. Here we need to gather first what? Central and surrounding atoms. Hydrogen forms 1 bond, nitrogen forms 3 bonds. In generally, oxygen forms 2 bonds. Which forms more bonds? That is only central atom. So nitrogen is only considered as central atom. So that central atom is nitrogen. Group number of nitrogen is 15, 15th group, and valence electrons over nitrogen or in nitrogen is equal to 5 valence electrons. Those 5 valence electrons like this we can arrange 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. After that we can arrange the surrounding atoms by using these valence electrons of nitrogen. As I told, HNO3 like H2SO4 oxo acid, but here nitrogen is the central atom. That's why HNO3 is one of oxo acid of nitrogen. Right? Oxo acid means what? That should contains minimum 1 OH group. Here that OH group we can collect by gathering the hydrogen and oxygen. In the molecule, 1 hydrogen is there that combined with 1 oxygen. Therefore, here 1 OH group we need to write. After that, hydrogen over, nitrogen already central atom over, remaining 2 oxygens are rest. Those oxygens we can arrange this. Here, each oxygen can form 2 bonds. That's why we can arrange these 2 electrons of nitrogen to this one oxygen. Next 2 electrons of nitrogen we can arrange to next oxygen. That's it. Okay. Then after that we can gather this hybrid orbitals. 1, 2, 3. By this we got 3 hybrid orbitals. By using these 3 hybrid orbitals, we can get the type of hybridization, that is sp2. Is there any lone pair over central atom? No, 0. Here sp2 hybridization we got means we should recall once its code. What is the code of this one? Here, how many lines we need to take for this? 3 lines. That is TBL. So here 0 lone pairs over central atom, trigonal planar, 1 lone pair over central atom, bent, 2 lone pair over central atom linear. That is the code of sp2. We should recall once that, right? After this, here over lone pair over central atom 0. Lone pair over central atom nitrogen in HNO3 0. That's why here geometry and shape both same. Geometry and shape both same. That is trigonal planar. That's it. This is first one. Here, first one. Okay. Like this, we will discuss some more examples. By that, you will get clarity about the hybridization identification. N3 minus. This is very important. N3 minus is very important. Many times competitive level this question asked here. So coming to N3 minus. This is azide ion. Azide ion. From hydrozoic acid we can get this azide ion N3 minus. And here in 3 nitrogens present in N3 minus, 2 are surrounding atoms, 1 is the central atom. That's it. Total 3, right? Then coming to central atom, only one type of atom is there in this central atom. Central atom is nitrogen. Here group number of the atom element. Group number of nitrogen is 15th one, right? And valence electrons over nitrogen 5. After gathering this, we should arrange the 5 valence electrons like this: 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, right? Then after surrounding atoms. So here, what are the surrounding atoms in N3 minus? Only 3 nitrogens are there. Among 3, 1 is central one, remaining 2 are surrounding atoms. It means we need to arrange 3 here. 1 should be central one, remaining 2 should be surrounding. Here surrounding atoms we can arrange over here. But 5 valence electrons are there. But this is what? Anion. Anion means over that negative charge is there. How many negative charges are there? That many electrons we need to add to central atom. Here over here 1 negative charge is there. It means we need to add 1 electron. Here 2 negative charges means we need to add 2, right? Okay. Then after surrounding atoms nitrogen. Here 2 nitrogens are surrounding atoms. Each nitrogen can form how many bonds? 3 bonds. It means these 3 electrons of central atom we can arrange to 1 nitrogen. And next 3 electrons we can arrange to second nitrogen. Total 3 nitrogens are there. Here this is first nitrogen, second, third, like that. Total 3. And after that numbering. So here number 1, here 2. By this we will get 2 hybrid orbitals. After gathering hybrid orbitals 2, we can gather the type of hybridization, that is sp hybridization. Is there any lone pair over central atom? Nothing. 0. After that we should recall once its code. What is that code of sp? L. Here 0 lone pair over central atom linear, 1 lone pair linear. In the molecule or in the ion, azide ion, sp hybridization 0 lone pair over central atom means no doubt at all, geometry and shape identical, that is linear. Is it clear? Right? Then coming to next example. I3 minus, if you see, I3 minus. So here I3 minus anion, if you see, in this also 3 iodines are there. Among 3, one considered as central atom, remaining 2 are surrounding atoms. So here, no doubt at all, central atom is iodine, surrounding atoms also iodine. Here central atom iodine, group number of iodine is 17th group, right? After that, valence electrons of iodine equal to 7 valence electrons. Okay, so these 7 valence electrons, after gathering, we should arrange like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. As I told, over this one negative charge is there. If one negative charge means we need to add one electron, that is the added electron. Then after, surrounding atoms. Among 3 iodines, one considered as central atom, remaining 2 are considered as surrounding atoms. So iodine can form one bond, so that here one bond for this, next one here for this, remaining electrons arranged as pair. Therefore here one pair, second pair, third pair. After that we can give the numbering here: 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. By this we will get 5 hybrid orbitals. After getting these 5 hybrid orbitals, we can get the hybridization like 5 hybrid orbitals means sp3d1 hybridization. And is there any lone pair over the central atom? No doubt at all. Here 1, 2, 3 lone pairs are there over central atom. Due to the 3 lone pair, shape will be differed. Therefore, we should recall once its code. sp3d hybridization, what I given here? 4 lines we need to take. After that, code is TSTL. Here TSTL means 0 lone pair over central atom, trigonal bipyramidal, 1 lone pair over central atom, seesaw, 2 lone pair over central atom, T-shape, and 3 lone pairs over central atom, linear. Right? Therefore, with respect to this molecule or ion, sp3d hybridization with the 3 lone pair. 3 lone pair means no doubt at all, linear. Right? So that here geometry of the molecule, shape of the molecule, geometry no doubt at all. sp3d hybridization means what here? Trigonal bipyramidal is the geometry, and shape of the molecule is what? Linear. Like this, we can get easily the hybridization and lone pairs over central atom. By that, easily we can get the geometry and shape of the molecule or ions, right?